They say that truth is scarier than fiction. Today, we might just find out. Stay tuned. Welcome to Local Love. I'm Amanda, and this is my True Life Scary Tales, Episode 8. Tonight, we're going to talk about something that would probably scare anyone. And while it isn't a paranormal situation, it absolutely frightened me. This story is called The Staring Man. It was what seemed like a normal night, like most nights here in Orlando. It was time to go out to my favorite spot here in town and hang out with friends and enjoy a little fun and entertainment. Pretty common. It wasn't that uncommon anyway for me to decide to head out this late. It was 10 p.m. and seemed like any other night really. I decided to stop off and fill up my gas tank before starting off to meet up with my friends. So I pulled into the closest gas station and decided to pay at the pump. But sometimes when you're standing there waiting for your tank to fill, you just kind of zone out and look around at other people and in general just whatever catches your eye. Well, tonight I see someone who was in a bright blue metallic car just about 2 rows over from where I was at the same gas station. He was getting gas too. He looked to be in his early 30s and he had dark hair and somewhat handsome features. Didn't think much of it until on second glance I see that he actually isn't pumping gas. He is just sitting against his car, arms folded, and he's staring me down. Like that kind of staring you feel even when you look away, you just know that someone's staring at you. So I just nodded my head, and he spoke and said hello, and I said hi as well, and continued to remove the gas nozzle back and closing up my tank. As I go to walk around to the door, I see him still watching, but now he too is moving towards his door. I really didn't think that much of it. I just sat in the car a little longer than normal because I did think it was sort of odd how hard he was staring at me. I don't think of myself as any beauty queen for sure, and so seem unusual to get that much attention, but I sort of just waited and thought, I'm sure I am overreacting. So after waiting 5 minutes, I look over and thought he's probably gone now and I can move on and continue on my nightly adventures. But I see that not only is his car still there, but it seems he backed up enough to start staring again. So I decided to just leave. So I am at the light that leads out of the gas station and he pulls up in the right lane next to me. I'm going to be turning left, and again, the staring and smiling at me now is a little spooky. And so when the light changed and he turned the opposite direction, I was very relieved. So the road I was driving on is a little old and is a little uneven. So just a moment after I pulled out, it feels like something's wrong with one of my tires. Seriously, did not need this tonight, but it felt like I was getting a flat, or certainly something, was definitely not feeling right. So I pulled over to the nearest driveway and into this little business plaza. And this spot was so dark, there were no lights on at all. I just wanted to pull over quickly in case my tire was messed up. I didn't want to be in the road or on the shoulder. I really didn't think about how dark the plaza was till I, needed my phone to light up so that I could actually look at my tires. It was pitch dark. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face. Now, there is nothing wrong, thankfully, with the tire. It's just, turns out it was uneven roads just playing a trick on me. I just really didn't need this tonight. I was already unnerved. So, basically after feeling sort of paranoid in the first place, I felt silly and started to head back around the car to go back to my driver's door. When I started back, I was hit with the beam of headlights, seeming, really bright because of how little light there was in the parking lot, and it startled me a bit. When I looked up and opened my driver's door, I see that same bright blue car that had been at the gas station with the same smiling man driving towards me. I hopped in my car so fast and decided I wasn't even going to say anything. I drove out really fast from that driveway and only saw him try to signal me and wave me down. And in my head, I was like, nope. But what was odd to me is that this is a man that not 5 minutes before had turned the complete opposite direction from where we are now. After all the staring and weirdness, I was not about to ask how or why he had come back this way. So I don't think I've ever driven so fast to where I was going in Winter Park. It is a wonder I didn't get stopped, but for a couple of minutes, he was behind me at a distance, and then I took a few turns and realized he had turned off at one point or another, and I never noticed. I was in survival mode because I felt like whatever it was he wanted, I wouldn't be safe that night. And so, watch your surroundings and trust your gut. You never know when something can go from ordinary to dangerous. I don't want to think that, what might have happened if things went different, but I was pretty worked up by the time I met with my friends and spent most of the evening looking over my shoulder for that bright blue car or that seemingly friendly smile. I don't fill up my tank at night anymore. I sometimes don't even go to the same gas station. Knowing this person probably lives near me, the last thing I need is a person that would do all that following me home one night. So be safe, everyone. Want to hear more true life scary tales? We have 7 more episodes. So go ahead and check those out. And thank you so much for listening. Peace. Catch you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to Local Love. And ring that bell so you know when we're going to upload our next video. We'll be seeing you in the shadows.